The equation x squared plus y squared equals 49 represents a circle with a radius of 7 centered throughout the origin. Okay, so that's algebra 2 pre-calculus stuff. This is what that picture looks like. If I knew how to draw it, thankfully the internet will save me. That's what we're dealing with here, 7, happy things. If the circle is revolved around the x-axis, what is the volume of the resulting solid? So we're taking this circle, spinning it around the x-axis, and we're going to get a sphere. So what we're going to do is we're going to use semicircles and cross sections and all that fun stuff using this equation right here. In order for me to do that, let me take the equation and solve it for y. So that gets me that. Let's subtract x squared minus x squared minus x squared. Cross u out. Y squared equals 49 minus x squared. Let's square root everything. Bada bing, bada bang. Positive or negative. And up here, y is going to equal positive or negative the square root of 49 minus x squared. Okay, so what that means is this y equation, so let's simplify it a little bit. This top part is the positive version of 49 minus x squared. This bottom part is the negative version of the square root of 49 minus x squared. Okay, and when we do semicircles, what we're doing is we're cutting this up into circular parts, and each red line here I'm drawing is the diameter of a semicircle that can be created. I know my picture is not that great, but these are each diameters. So to find the diameter, what you do is you take the top equation, the square root of 49 minus x squared, and you subtract the bottom equation, the square root of 49, the negative square root, of 49 minus x squared. That changes everything. Now what that does is that gives you a diameter of, double negative makes a positive, 2 square root of 49 minus x squared. Now that's good because the radius is going to be half of that. Why do I care about the radius? Because my job is to find the volume, and if I integrate the area, then I get the volume. So the radius is going to be half of 2 square root of 49 minus x squared, which cancel u out. The radius is the square root of 49 minus x squared. So finally, if we're doing semicircles, the area of a semicircle is half of pi r squared. So half of pi times the square root of 49 minus x squared, which is good because the square root and the squared cancel each other out, like so. That leaves me with, let's make this as clean and pretty as possible. I keep doing all these extra steps, which is fine. Half pi 49 minus half pi x squared, which is half, or 49 over 2, 49 pi over 2 minus, we'll just keep it like that, half pi x squared. Now what I need to do is I need to integrate that. What I do know is this is a circle, right, that goes out to all the 7s. So my limits of integration are going to be -7, +7. So I'm going to have the integral from -7 to +7 of 49 pi over 2 minus half pi x squared. Of course, don't forget your dx. All right, so not much to do here, but just to do it. You got 49 pi over 2, which becomes 49 pi over 2x, right? Minus, that would be 1/2 pi. X squared becomes 1/3 x cubed, so this becomes 1/6 pi x cubed, and my limits are at -7 to 7. So now let's plug stuff in. It's not going to be pretty. We get 49 pi over 2 times 7 minus 1/6 pi 7 cubed minus 49 pi over 2 negative 7 minus 1/6 pi negative 7 cubed. So basically we're going to get the same exact number, one's positive, one's negative, which makes sense because of the fact that this is a centered circle. All is well, everybody's happy. Now it's just a matter of doing some very, very, very gross, unhappy math stuff, which, you know, gross, unhappy math stuff is my middle name. It's actually Charles. What do we get? 49 times 7 is, I think, 343. I know you guys always comment when I make mistakes. So 343 pi over 2 minus 343 pi over 6, right? Because 7 cubed, right? And these guys are going to be the same exact numbers but flipped. So negative 343 pi over 2 plus 343 pi over 6. If I multiply the top and the bottom by 3, I end up with, or do I want to do 3? Think. Yeah, I guess I have to. That's 1,029 pi over 6 minus 343 pi over 6 minus negative 1,029 pi over 6 minus 343 pi over 6. And I'm just, because space is limited, maybe I can squeeze this down here. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I'll feel guilt if I don't. That will be 686 pi over 6 plus 686 pi over 6, which is going to total out to 1,072 pi over 6. Both of those are divisible by 2, so 681 over 3 pi. Both of those are divisible by 3. I hope I'm doing the math right. I actually made a mistake. That's a 6. So I think we're done here. 686 pi over 3. Gross, yuck.